So, stop it. What's up, T&V fam? It's your girl Taiwana. I am here by myself once again. I am doing another cooking video for you guys. So, apparently the hubby put up a poll of some things that you guys wanted to see us cook, and so you guys chose Shrimp Creole, and I'm going to be making that today. So I'm going to show you my ingredients and then have you guys come along as I cook this dish. Now, I will tell you, I typically cook like a shrimp etouffee or a crawfish etouffee because I'm just not a huge fan of a tomato-based type of sauce, but it don't mean I don't like it, because I do. I love a shrimp creole. So I'm kind of excited about making this because I haven't made it in a while. So I'm going to show y'all what I'll be using today. So this is all the stuff I have right here. I have the Trinity here. This is the onion, the celery, about I think 3 celery stalks, and I have 2 bell pepper here. That might be a lot for some people, but I really do love bell pepper, so I put 2 instead of 1. I have about 5 cloves of garlic here. I have some green onion here that I like to use in my dishes as well. I have some chicken stock right here. Now, normally if you're making shrimp creole, you actually do want to try to make a shrimp stock, but I have a kid here who is allergic to shrimp. Well, 2 kids really. So I'm going to be using a chicken stock instead, and I'm going to be making sausage for theirs, but anyway, shrimp for ours. I have a Crystal hot sauce, y'all. My favorite is Louisiana hot sauce. I was out of that. I'm almost out of this one. I have some Himalayan pink salt, some cayenne pepper, Tony Sachet, some garlic powder, some onion powder. I've got a couple of cans of stewed tomatoes here, and then I have a bag of medium frozen shrimp. So normally I would do 2 bags of shrimp, or 2 pounds of shrimp if you're going to get them fresh. And but like I said, because everyone in my family does not eat shrimp, it's only going to be me and my husband. I just got 1 bag. So I'm going to start with the Trinity, and I am going to saute that with butter. I don't have it here on my ingredient list, or rather, I don't have it here with my ingredients, but I will be using that as well. All right, y'all. So I have about 2.5 tablespoons of some unsalted butter. You can also saute your Trinity with any type of oil, but I like to use butter. So I'm going to go ahead and put that Trinity in there, and I'm going to cook that down until those vegetables are really nice and soft. Now, when you are making a South Louisiana dish, you really want to cook your vegetables down, because we really don't like that crunch in the dish. The vegetables are not supposed to have a crunch. It's really supposed to be cooked down into the dish. So you're going to cook that for a while. I don't know, maybe 10 minutes or so, I'll say. So now that I got my veggies cooked down nicely, I'm going to go ahead and add that garlic, and I'm going to cook that for about 5 more minutes. This smells so delicious, y'all. One thing I love about the Trinity, oh man, that smell. You recognize it instantly. Your mouth starts to water. That's why I always say, y'all, they call it the Holy Trinity for a reason. If you're making a South Louisiana dish, you better have that Trinity in there. Because if you don't, I don't really understand. Because it ain't really authentic. We will definitely have that in all of our dishes. It smells heavenly. It tastes incredible. And it really gives your food that Louisiana signature flavor that we are all looking for, that Cajun Creole flavor. Now I'm gonna go in and add about a cup of this chicken stock. Okay, I'm eyeballing it, so that was about half a cup. I'm going in with a little bit more. This smells so good. Even with the chicken stock, mixing in with that Trinity, and even that little bit of butter that we use to saute those veggies. It's just smelling good. Now I'm doing this on a medium-low heat. So I'm about to go ahead and add that Tony Sachet. I put this on everything, y'all. My husband always teased me about putting the same 3 ingredients in everything. Garlic powder, onion powder, Tony Sachet, and everything. Even if I'm not cooking like a Louisiana dish that calls for the Trinity, I'm gonna have garlic powder, onion powder, and Creole seasoning. Listen, if you're from Louisiana and you know what I'm talking about and you put that in all your food, give me a thumbs up in the comment section down below. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some of that bad boy in there. I would say about 2 tablespoons. Going in with my onion powder, about 1 tablespoon. Going in with my garlic powder, about 1 tablespoon. Yes, y'all, they say, who is they, right? They always got something to say. They say you always put Tony Sachet's onion powder and garlic powder. And not only that, people be like, if you already got fresh onion and garlic in your dish, why you need onion powder, garlic powder? Look, that's just what I do. I got that in there, and I'm gonna go ahead and let those flavors kind of marry together. That chicken broth, that Trinity, that Tony Sachet, that onion powder, and that garlic powder. And I'm probably gonna just let that simmer for a good 10 minutes, I say. Y'all, while that's cooking, I'm gonna have a little glass of wine, some Pinot Grigio. And I forgot to show y'all another ingredient that I am gonna be adding. I did not have the bay leaves out with my ingredients, but this is also a really important flavor for your dish. So while that is cooking, I am going to be peeling the shrimp, getting them ready. All right, y'all, I'm back. So this has been cooking about 10 minutes, I'd say. And it's looking and smelling delicious. I'm gonna go ahead and add the stewed tomatoes. Now, I'm using the no salt added stewed tomatoes. And I'm gonna be using probably 2 cans of this. Now, you can also use the diced tomatoes. And you can also, in addition to the tomatoes, you can use the tomato sauce. Because I don't like tomato sauce that much, I'm skipping the tomato sauce. Okay. But if you really like a tomato flavor, go ahead and add that. Even though these tomatoes are stewed, I'm gonna cook this for a while and the tomatoes will start to kind of break up a bit. So I'm gonna add that other can. So because I don't use the tomato sauce, I do like to get these stewed tomatoes because they just add that tomato flavor without being just too much for me, without me having to use the actual sauce. So you can see this is already getting like a nice reddish color, and as it cooks down, it's gonna get even redder. So then I'm gonna go in with a few more things now. So now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of salt, just a pinch. And I just kind of put that on my hand so I don't put too much. I'm gonna go in with some cayenne pepper. I don't like to put too much of that either. So I'm just gonna put a little bit into that little lid there. I'm gonna go in with this Crystal hot sauce. Like I said, I wish I had Louisiana hot sauce, but I don't. So this will have to do. I'm gonna eyeball this. About a tablespoon of that. I'm gonna turn this fire up a little bit so I can get a nice boil going. Now I'm gonna go in with my green onions here. Stir all this in. And I'm gonna let this cook for about 20 minutes or so. I really want this to cook down so that my tomatoes really start to break up, so all the flavors really come together nicely and until it gets just a little bit thicker for me. Now I do season to taste, okay? So, and because I don't like too much tomato acidity, once everything is cooking for about 20 minutes, I will taste. And if I need to cut down on the acidity of the tomato, I will add just a tiny bit of sugar. And look, I know somebody already coming in the comments because people be like, why y'all add sugar in tomato-based sauces? Listen, people who know. And if you don't, you don't. I mean, it is what it is.
Oh, no, she didn't.
So I'm gonna let that start cooking, get it back up to a boil, and I'll be back. So this is cooking nicely. So you can see the sauce has gotten pretty red. The tomatoes are broken up into the sauce. This has been cooking about, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. I am using my spoon to break the tomatoes up even more. And like I said, this just keeps me from having to use a tomato sauce. I'm gonna go ahead and add my bay leaves, and then I'm gonna cook that another 10 minutes or so. I put 2 bay leaves in there. The sauce is also thickening up pretty nicely. So, looking good. I did taste for acidity. It was fine. I did not have to add any sugar or anything. Once it's done cooking with the bay leaf, for another 10 minutes, I'm going to do another taste to see if I need to add anything else. Typically, the only thing that I need to add a little bit more of is cayenne pepper, because your girl do like the spice, and sometimes a little Tony Sachet if I need just a little bit more Cajun flair, but we shall see. All right, y'all, this has been cooking a good additional 20 minutes. I did take some out. There's a pot next to me to the left, and I added some turkey sausage for the kids because they are allergic to shrimp. So I'm gonna now add the shrimp to me and hubby's portion. So I have about 1 pound of medium shrimp. I think large is better because medium is actually kind of small, honey. But I have a mild sensitivity to shrimp also. I guess you can call it a mild allergy. So this is actually enough shrimp, to be honest. But I do like them a little bigger, but I don't do a whole lot of shrimp as well. I'm a crab and crawfish girl, y'all know that. I'm not big on shrimp, but I love it. If it didn't affect my stomach a bit, I would eat it more. But I don't know what it is with our family. We do have these shrimp issues. So I'm gonna cook this shrimp in here. Now listen, I do like my shrimp a little overcooked because I have this sensitivity to shrimp. So I'm gonna cook it about 10 more minutes. Normally with shrimp this size, you just want to really cook this another 5 minutes. But like I said, because I need to overcook my shrimp a bit, I can digest them better when I overcook. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then come back and taste. So it is done. I let it sit for a little while. Got some shrimp in there and they are cooked nicely. So I am going to give y'all a taste and let you know how it came out. I got a spoonful here with the shrimp and some sauce, and it's smoking hot. It is piping hot. I let it sit a little while, but it's still kind of hot. So I'm going to go ahead and do a taste test. It's delicious, y'all. It's got a nice kick. Not too much, just a little bit. The sauce is good. It is not super like tomatoey, but it's a tomato-based sauce, if that makes any sense. But it's really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and plate it up, and then I will show you guys what we're looking like.